Hello and welcome to the G-Block episode of Wildcat News. I'm Christian Keeling.
And I'm Matt Lavoie. We have a new program that benefits the 7th graders as well as the juniors and seniors. Let's hear more about it from Jada. Jada, take it away.
We took the time to speak to many students and teachers regarding the new Wildcat Leader program. We sat down with Mr. Bodwell to gather more information to truly understand what the Wildcat Leader program is all about.
The Wildcat Leader program is something we started this year. We wanted to find a way to have our high school students, our juniors and seniors, work with our 7th graders as they entered the new building.
Everyone finds this program to have not only a positive impact on the 7th graders, but there are also benefits for the upperclassmen.
And they see these really, really tall kids, and it's fun every now and then seeing someone who knows their name and wants to help them out, see what's going on. So it made the kids feel a little comfortable.
It gives me a sense of fulfillment in being able to help the 6th graders get acclimated to the new school.
It gives a good feeling to all the students that are older and helping the younger kids.
I get to help a younger kid kind of come into their own.
I really find it awesome to have a positive impact on the children, and it makes me feel good when I give them advice.
The mentors chose to become a Wildcat Leader for very different reasons.
I remember being in 7th grade and coming into the new school with all the high schoolers. It was very intimidating, so I think that creating that connection between the 7th graders and the seniors and juniors is really important.
I wanted to be a Wildcat Leader because it would give me an opportunity to help the 6th graders coming up, the new 7th graders.
I know a few of the 7th graders, and I really think they could use some guidance in their school and their education.
Some Wildcat Leaders prefer to walk around the school with their mentees, but some just want to talk regardless of location.
Meet with them and we ask them how their grades are doing, if they're doing anything fun, and we just kind of chat with them, you know?
Well, each month we have a meeting with them, and I usually take my 2 7th graders out into the hallway or up in the high school and just walk around, and we just talk about what they're doing in school, their favorite classes and sports and that kind of thing.
The 7th graders have really started to feel comfortable, and a lot of them are interested in one day becoming a mentor.
And hopefully they have now a friend and a mentor for the entire 7th grade year.
It's just fun to just be with them and walk around the school and have fun.
I'd want to be a Wildcat Leader just to show the kids around and help them and stuff.
I want to help new kids who are coming to the school and they won't know their way around, so I want to help them know their way around.
Now that we understand more about the Wildcat Leader program, we are very hopeful that it will continue for years to come.
Thanks, Jada. It's great that the 7th graders have someone to look up to. We are hopeful that it will continue.
With the new school, it seems that students aren't really using their lockers anymore. Since nobody uses these book containers, let's get the inside scoop with George.
We asked multiple students, along with the staff here at Bridgewater, about how they feel about locker use, and as we discovered, there were a lot of mixed opinions.
I have not used my locker since the first day of 8th grade.
Throughout high school, I probably used it almost every day.
I never used my locker.
We asked the students if Chromebooks made them use their lockers less.
Possibly, but I do not believe I would have used my locker either way.
Yes, because everything was online and I didn't need any more books.
No, because I have my Chromebook in my backpack.
Then we figured out if the students even knew where their locker was.
Yes, I do. I've been using it pretty much every day, so it's pretty much natural now.
I do not remember.
I use it every single morning and after every single class. I absolutely hate it.
It's a bit stressful because you gotta remember that combination every time.
Can't open it, and I'm always late to every single class.
Then we figured out how the teachers feel about the locker use throughout the school.
Occasionally, if kids aren't careful with them, they're sticking out in the middle of the rows or aisles.
Them in class, I think. It seems like a lot of people don't use their lockers.
High school, some students do, but most do not because they just keep in their backpacks. We don't have as many textbooks as we used to, so there really isn't too much for the kids to carry around.
Then we asked some teachers if they would use their lockers if they were given one.
I do. I think it's there, use it. If you use your locker, then you don't have to carry this big backpack.
I would. The building's not so big that you can't get to your locker to and from. I wouldn't want to carry everything around in my back. But if high school kids, it's easier for them not to use it, we're fine with that.
Then we spoke to middle school teachers about making their students use their lockers.
It's kind of like it's just there. High school is so much different because you could have a class across the school, things like that. It's nice in 7th grade because it's pretty much your locker's gonna be right outside your classroom.
So each student is given a locker when they come into 7th grade. We would advise them to use it only because they're not allowed to have backpacks in the classroom.
Usually in 7th grade, it's not a huge issue just because they're like right there. So if they're late, it's usually because they're goofing off and being stupid, not because they're just at their lockers.
Now there's a better understanding about lock use at the school. Maybe one day they'll find a way to make them more useful.
Thanks, George, for that exclusive look inside the lock use throughout the school. At least we know the middle schoolers are getting good use out of their lockers.
Driver's ed is important for students to keep themselves and others safe. At West Bridgewater Middle Senior High School, we don't have one. Let's talk to your favorite reporter, Patrick, for more.
Here at West Bridgewater Middle Senior High School, a driver's ed program for potential drivers in the near future is discussed.
Former driving students talk about where they went and their experiences.
I didn't pay personally, but around $500 or so.
I think it was close to $600. It was about $750 or so.
Other students who attended driver's ed talk about how being with peers rather than strangers would feel.
I think so, because then you would know a lot more of the people and then you'd feel more comfortable giving answers or contributing to the discussion in class.
Yeah, definitely I think so, because it would have been a more easy to learn and you wouldn't have to worry about making friends with complete strangers.
Yes, because we already know them and you wouldn't be as nervous to drive.
High schoolers and middle schoolers who would be eligible for the driver's ed program talk about if they would attend the program at the school.
I think I would go to the driver's ed program at the school because it would be a lot easier to organize the end of the school day with driving hours.
Me, probably, yeah, just because it's right there.
Honestly, since I've been here, and it's been since 9th grade, we've never had one here. I don't know if there's a specific reason why there can't be one here. I know it has come up in our meetings with the Wildcat, not the Wildcat leaders, but our student leaders have brought up the topic. So we have asked them to kind of do some research and look around.
I think having a driver's ed program at the school would be very beneficial to the students who are trying to learn to drive.
That would be good, so I don't have to go further away from West Bridgewater to get driver's ed.
It would be nice because it would be an easy way to go to driver's ed and you wouldn't have to look around for a driving school. You could just stay at the school and learn how to drive.
Yes, because the school already knows your schedule, so you don't have to keep going back and forth with the company trying to switch one if like a practice or a game popped up.
Yes, because it would be a lot more convenient and it would be easier to get there and easier to find times.
I think it'd be very beneficial towards all of the students here, and I think a lot of kids would go to it.
It would be cool, so then all the people getting their license could get their license without having to go to different towns.
I think it'd be a lot easier. Schools like Brockton, and I'm pretty sure Stoughton, they have driving schools in their school, so I think it'd be a lot easier. You'd have a lot more kids on the road here.
Obviously, it'll take some time and money on students who are serious about this. Should go talk to some student council members.
Thanks, Patrick. You're the best ever. With a ton more students driving, it would be beneficial for the school to have one. That's why we hope one is starting in West Bridgewater Middle Senior High School soon. Thanks for watching News on behalf of Christian. I'm Matt. Have a great night, everybody.